thousands of people are going to summer camp, where they awake every morning and go to sleep every night to the strains of the bugle. So the Alamite Brigadiers thought it would be appropriate to play Bugle Call Rag. Okay, boys, let her roll. Now, all over the country this month, thousands of people are going to summer camp, where they awake every morning and go to sleep every night to the strains of the bugle. So the Alamite Brigadiers thought it would be appropriate to play Bugle Call Rag. Okay, boys, let her roll.
Here's your drink.
Let's go. Hello, everyone. I'm here with Kinu. She's very busy. She's very talented as well. She can like make keyboard sounds coming out of her mouth.
I should have grabbed my other keyboard.
Yes. Hello everyone. Supreme, Cooler, Necro, Turtle. Yeah, I've been gone for quite a while, and the first thing we do when we come back is bring a guest on board. So, Kinu, I think it's better if you just introduce yourself first and foremost.
Okay, I am Kinu. Sometimes people just say the full name, KinuGitsune. I do art. I put objects on my head, and I scream and make weird noises.
Same. Oh my god. Well, the screaming and weird noises part, that we're on the same wavelength here. Should also quickly mention that Kinu is the one who rigged my current model to a perfection, as I would say.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. Very, very surprised over the amount of like quality that was put into this. Like, I legitimately did not see it coming, with considering how much people tends to charge and what you charged me at the time. I was like, okay, it's gonna move, but then you kept on messaging me saying like, hey, is this good? I'm like, do I have to pay extra for this? Like, what is going on here?
No extra.
VTubers are the only ones to invent new sounds. I don't know about that one, but the VTuber rigging job he paid for was done perfectly. Yes. Yes. I think the thing that surprised me the most about when you worked on it was that after it was done, I was like, okay, she's made her money, she's done a good job. I'm not gonna hear from her ever again. All of a sudden, you messaged me like, hey, so I figured out a thing about your model. I'm just gonna put it on.
Oh yeah, the mouth.
Yeah,
I learned new things.
I was like, oh, okay. I mean, it came out of the blue, but sure, why not?
Yeah, I wanted it to look nice. And it bothered me when I was like, oh, right, because of the way I did this, the mouth stays open when he screams. Now it can move.
Oh, yeah. It's funny because, like, I think I'm going to put that to good use tomorrow, actually.
Well, hell yeah.
Because I'm going to be playing a horror game. So, yeah, there might be a few... Ah! Oh, boy. How long... This is a question I've actually had in the back of my mind. You know, how long have you been rigging?
I only started rigging... You were actually, full disclosure, you were like the third model I ever did.
Ooh.
I started at in the summer of 2021 because I was like, okay, I want to do a 2D model because I was using Vroid.
Mm-hmm.
So I went on hiatus and I was like, okay, I'm gonna speed run learning live 2D. And then I fixed a friend's rig as practice, and then I made mine, and then I was like, okay, now I can open commissions because I know how long this takes me.
Yeah.
So then I was surprised when you reached out. Actually, I was like, oh, people who don't know me want my work.
Well, see, the way I came across you was because, like, it was while I was setting everything up. I knew first and foremost I needed to splurge when it came to the model itself. Like, I had some connections with my artist Miji, and we came to an agreement when it came to like pricing with the art and everything. And Meiji is a really good like worker as well. Like she, from what you told me, it was really easy for you to find all the different components and stuff like that to rig it all up.
Oh yeah, she even separated it too much, which is great. Actually, I would much rather deal with a model that had too many moving parts, because then I can merge it myself or get the artist to do it. Because when it's not like perfectly separated, it can be really stiff and hard to work with.
Or else you'd have
great.
to like manipulate it yourself in the program as well, I take it.
Yeah, her work was really painless to work with, and I appreciated when she drew those extra head angles for me too, because I wanted it to look like her style.
Right. I mean, she had a little bit of like practice as well when it came to that, because she has like dealt with the riggers before. And I was just sitting there like a little babu, like I have no idea what any of this does. And she was like, she just patted me on the head, like, you know what, listen here, sweetie, like you don't have to worry about a thing, okay? I'll just take care of this, and you just bring it forth to her, and she'll tell you if she needs anything, and you just tell me, okay? I'm like, okay, just nodding up and down, not understanding a damn thing. What's going on?
I would rig another one for her, like of hers. She was great.
Yeah, like it's just between you and me, but she might be looking like to get a new model rigged at some point very soon. Who knows? I don't know. The third model, so like nice. The first one, I'm assuming, would then be the friend you help like re-rig, I assume, and then the second one would be your own.
Yeah, so sorta. I rigged my model and then rigged his, and then learned a lot from that. So I went back and re-rigged my model to be more bouncy and fluid.
Right.
And foomfy.
Right. Yeah, I don't really have those kind of assets to be bouncy, but I do have a cape. That's the best I can give. Oh boy. Did you stream before you became a VTuber, or?
A little bit. I did like art streams sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was fun to like just talk to people while I worked. And then I was like, okay. And then my friend messed around in Vroid, and I was like, what the fuck is that? So I made a thing in Vroid real quick and just was like, oh, yeah, I guess I'll stream a little. And then I was like, wow, this is actually really fucking fun.
Like, besides art, what do you usually stream then?
Video games. I practiced with Breath of the Wild.
Video games? No. Breath of the Wild, okay. I might be remembering wrong, but I think I at one point caught one of your streams where you were playing Kirby, I think? I'm not too sure about that one.
Probably not Kirby, but I did play Mario Kart. I played Sakuna, which is a great little side scroller with farming, by the way. It's a great game.
Oh.
I'm trying to think what you might have seen. Because I did play a few things. God, but I've been like on hiatus for like a year because we were moving.
Yeah, no, I remember the whole shenanigans with you, like you moving and like having to postpone all the time, because of all the problems that kept on piling up.
Oh yeah, life got fucking crazy. It was just nuts. No breaks, just constant. Okay, now this is happening. Now this is happening. Now this is happening. Oh no, our car. Now this is happening.
And then something about your tablet, like getting a crack or something.
Yeah, my iPad shattered 2 weeks ago.
Oh my god.
And we managed to replace it in the same day because AT&T is great and has a crazy payment plan thing. So we were like, okay, we'll just do that. So now I have an iPad again.
Oh, I mean, at least you put yours to good use. You want to know a funny story about my end? I have a dedicated art tablet of, I think it's 21 inches in diameter. I use it for a monitor.
God, I want one of those. I'm so sick of like having to draw on the iPad and then put it on the computer with Google Drive and then download it again and then oh shit, I drew this wrong for the rig. So now I have to go and open it back up and then re-upload it and then re-download it and then replace the layer.
Oh boy. I believe mine is a Huion. I forgot what model it is. Yeah, it's a Huion drawing tablet. It has
yeah, they're good.
Yeah. I used to have one of, what were they called? You know, the ones that cost like a farm and a leg, where you just pay for the name most of the time. They were like really popular at one point.
The Wacom.
Yeah, Wacom. Yeah, I had like a 16 inches Wacom tablet. It was the most asinine thing I have ever used.
Yeah, no, I had one in college and it broke, and they were like, "Pay us $500 to replace the screen." I said, "Fuck that."
No, at that point you could just buy a new one.
A lot of people.
And don't
I'm
feel
going to
bad
need
about
a bigger
using yours as a
tray.
monitor.
Subs for the
I
clever
had
man. Let's keep
roommates
the streak
right
going.
when I graduated, and we all went to art school, and he used his tablet as a monitor too and never drew on it after college.
Well, granted, the reason why I use mine as a monitor nowadays is because, you know, I have a dual setup, so I'm rocking 4 monitors. So
Amazing.
Yeah, it's not optimal either, because like one of my monitors is like think 20 degrees to my right, and then I have to like move my head like 50 degrees to the left to see the other one. So it's like, what? Oh, okay, yeah, all right. Yeah. Oh boy, like if I can give one advice when it comes to like multiple monitors for anyone really, unless you're streaming, at most you should only have 2. Like one for like gaming or working, and the other for like communication or chatting with people or having something in the background. That's it. That's all you should be focusing on.
Yeah, I have 2.
Optimal. That's the most optimal thing to do. Oh boy. Oh. So like, how long have you been drawing actually, Kino? Because like your art is like really, really well.
Oh God. 25-ish years.
Okay.
I was like the drawing kid in like grade school.
Okay. What is the hardest for you to draw?
Oh Jesus. Probably backgrounds, actually. Which is sad because I did a bunch of backgrounds for my thesis. They were not that good.
What are you giggling at? Stop fucking throwing shit at me! God! You know, it's funny because like every single time I ask an artist, like someone I think is really, really good, right? And I ask like, so what do you hate drawing the most? Either they say, oh, it's definitely the hands, or it's definitely the feet. Ow! Like it's either hands or feet that people have the most problems with.
Oh yeah, there's a reason why. There's a psychological reason.
Oh?
And I know it. Yes. Okay. So the thing about hands and feet is that a lot of the time they're in our peripheral, especially like the back of your hand.
Right.
Like, you know, the phrase, I know it like the back of my hand.
Right.
Everybody fucking knows what a hand looks like, so you can't screw it up. You can fuck up anything else. You can make the legs look bad. You can make shitty boobs. You can make bad hair. You can fuck up the face. But if you mess up the hands, everybody is gonna see it.
Well, granted, like when it comes to like fucking up boobs in art, for example, you can't really do that because like boobs are naturally, you know, not symmetrical. So technically people who do make symmetrical boobs, they tend to draw it wrong.
This is true. This is true.
Shitty boobs impossible. It's true.
Nice.
It's fair mutus. That's very true. Boobs cannot be shitty. No.
And then feet. Feet are just weird. Feet are just weird. Feet are weird oblong shapes with little extremities, little fucking little nubs just on the end of them. They don't look like paws. They look completely different. Paws are so easy to draw. Feet are so hard.
Symmetrical boobs sounds like an Xbox gamer tag.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Oh boy. I mean, how I look at feet is that like it's just hands where the palms took most of the most of the development. You don't have long fingers in those.
Oh God, long toes sound cursed.
Ugh. Oh boy. But like it's interesting because like there are people who like dedicate.
Hey, Brian
What?
here. Just wanted to tell you I might take a few days off.
Okay.
I will leave my twin brother Briar with you for the time being. Also, who is that lady next to you, Ace? You didn't tell me that we had guests on board. Anyways, I gotta go.
Okay, Brian. Hi, Briar. Welcome. Anyway, what I was trying to say, it's interesting when it comes to backgrounds, like in art, because there are people who are dedicated themselves to like specifically drawing like backdrops and backgrounds.
Yes.
And like, it's a thought that I never really learned to appreciate because like when I see art, I'm a consumer, all right? I don't really produce or create art on a canvas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm doing right now could be considered art. But what I learned was that like the difference between character design and background design are so vastly different that it's almost like you need to like learn two separate skills.
Yeah. I am not that great at character design.
What the f- are you talking about? What is standing right next to me right now? I don't know about.
Listen, this happened in like a fever dream. Okay, she just came together. This is not normal.
What do you mean?
Character design is so hard. You have to study fashion, silhouettes, color theory, and it has to look good.
I mean, I don't know. You just gotta draw a stick, man, and put a color on it. There you go. You got a character.
I like to think my skill is in just character illustration. I love to just draw people. Sometimes not real people, but people. And animals.
What's your favorite kind of animal to draw?
I have to think. It's not horses. Horses are the devil. Those are the worst to draw. Literally, okay, fucking James Baxter, who is like the most famous animator ever. He works for DreamWorks. He's the one who did the ballroom scene for Beauty and the Beast with all the crazy angles and shit. Like that's all hand drawn. He did some kind of speech or like talk at Pendleton Ward, who worked on Adventure Time, his college, and Penn Ward asked him, hey, so he was taking like a drawing request because he was going to animate, like do a demo. And he was like, draw a horse balancing on a ball. And the thing is, animating a horse sucks. Drawing horses suck. So he straight up said no. And then he went on to guest star. He did a guest animation thing for Adventure Time and drew a horse on a ball.
Oh.
My favorite to draw. Animals, probably a cat. Cats are fun and weird.
The only cat I can draw is a Garfield.
Hey, Garfield's great.
Yeah. I mean, he's primarily just eyes and 2 ears and a mouth. Really?
And you might be saying, oh, well, why? You're a fox, so why didn't you like drawing foxes? They have long snoots. Snoots are hard. I hate drawing snouts sometimes because you either make them look great and like perfectly three-dimensional, or they do that weird like side thing where they just look like everything else is like 3/4 and the for whatever reason the snout is just like to the side.
It's like a protruding bone at the side of their cheek.
Yeah.
Oh boy. You know, speaking of foxes, by the way. When did you learn what a fox actually sounds like? And what was your reaction to it?
High school.
Yeah?
And I thought they sounded like the weirdest motherfuckers.
I learned it in my young adult years. And I was like, no, this is another one of those screaming goat situations, right? No, they just fucking screech like to high heavens.
They're like, ah!
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Oh boy. It's gonna come a point where you're back in the streaming game and like your chat is gonna force you to play something you really don't want to. That's gonna scare you. And as soon as they get like just one scream off of you, they're gonna clip that. And then they're gonna take it like, what does the fox say song?
Oh, they fucking have done weird shit like that already.
Oh.
I have so many clips of them being like, here's a weird noise Kinu made. And I'm just like, where did this come from? I don't remember even making this noise. There's one little clip where I'm like, and I'm like, when did I make that? When did I do that? I don't know when I made that noise.
Oh boy. Yeah, I think you got me beat on sound creation, I gotta say. Funny noise compilation.
I should do that. I need to like go through all my clips.
No. Let me teach you a little trick I learned, Kino, when it comes to this kind of stuff. All you gotta do is just on a stream where you have a lot of people, like, make a few funny noises here and there, and then you like during a really funny bit where everyone's having a good time, you should just like suggest it, like someone should totally try and make a compilation of all the weird noises I've made. And then you gotta add that little extra bit at the end, like, I would hate that so much.
Oh,
Please
God, it would be so
don't
embarrassing.
do that.
It would be so fucking embarrassing if you clipped the thing that people like to hear. Oh my God, I would fucking hate it.
And there you go, free labor. Oh Lord. Oh God. Like, when it comes to streaming though, from what I've learned, especially nowadays, it's like, it's better to start making like video content rather than streaming content, like if you want to get really far. But what I've noticed is there's not a whole lot of like VTubers on YouTube that strictly makes video content. Like most, if not 90% of all VTubers out there who have YouTube content is like clips, moments, and montages of streams. I think I've come across like one YouTuber that's a VTuber that dedicatedly makes like video content.
Yeah, I have noticed that too.
Feels like it's like an untapped potential, but then again, the whole aspect of VTubing is like interactivity. So I guess that kind of goes hand in hand with streaming at that point.
Listen, Annoying Orange could do it. So maybe an anime girl or anime guy or an anime whatever.
Now
anime,
listen closely. Here's a little lesson in Twitch streaming. This is going down in community memes.
If Annoying Orange can do it, so can you.
#1, you
he was
have
a
to
fucking
chase
orange,
a Twitch partner
and he was
on the
very
run.
annoying. He was very annoying.
I mean, at this point, you don't even have to be anime to be a VTuber.
No, you don't.
No. What is his name again?
Actually-
I came across this guy who was literally just a ball of tentacles with an eye.
Oh my god.
What was his name? I gotta find it. Lubar. Yeah, Lubar of the
Lubar?
Void. That's what his name is.
Lubar of the Void.
Yeah.
Lubar, I see. Yeah, I actually am doing a rig soon for a less Western style for Nether. I think they're in the chat. They're very nice person.
Oh.
Very interesting to talk to. I enjoy my conversations with them a lot.
That's good.
But they have they got this like crazy this artist named Savio to just do this really lovely model, and I'm like so nervous because I have to do a real nose and not an anime nose.
Oh.
So that's gonna be super challenging, but so fun.
So what you're telling me is you have to do an actual nose, not just a line.
Yes.
Oof. Oh boy. Oh, that's actually a thing I really want to know. Like, when it comes to you rigging a model, right? Are there times where you just like have the urge to add like a really dumb thing to the model that no one would notice other than you and other riggers?
So fun fact, whenever I get commissioned to draw a model, there is a secret under the head.
Oh.
And none of them know about it unless they rig the model. And a lot of the time I'm rigging my own art, so nobody sees the little secret on the top of the neck that I put in there.
Oh.
And I've been very tempted to like go through some of the old models and just make a toggle where their head disappears and say, hey, I updated your model. I put a secret toggle on it. Press this button and you'll see what it is. But I also am just hoping that they go through the PSDs themselves and like notice it. That I just drew a little stupid drawing in the neck for them.
Oh boy. Like that's I don't know, like that seems like something that would be really fun to do, like just in general. Like if you, for example, get known to be like that one person who does art for VTube riggers, like just having like somewhere hidden that only the riggers will get to. It just says like, hey rigger, could you add a mustache? They'd be like, hey, did you ask the artist to add this? Like, what? Oh, nothing. Never mind. It's just like when I see like the process of rigging a model, that like I quickly realized like, no, I'm never gonna be able to do this shit. There's so much you have to like pay attention to. It's insane.
I think it really helps if you have like animation background at all. I took like one animation class. I honestly regret getting the degree I did because I wish I got an animation degree. But I was like, I'm a junior. I'm just gonna finish college. But I think like it helped because you have to think about the art in a 3D space, even when it's 2D. Like you need to consider like you have a back of the head. When people turn their heads, you can kind of see the back of the head. So like it's really important to remember those things. I think a lot of rigging artists when they're just starting out, if they don't have like an art background, can struggle with that sometimes. Because if you take like animation or understand animation, you know what you should push to like make things look more believable. Which is why I think a lot of first rigs start pretty stiff. I mean, mine was stiff too. Now it's all flowy. But having like an understanding of like very basic anatomy, like you don't need to like understand figure drawing. You just need to like think about how it looks in real life and then translate it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm never gonna touch that. No. See, I tried to learn to draw when I was younger, and I tried getting back to drawing when I got older, which is why I invested in like tablets and stuff like that. I learned more and more how I just enjoy consuming art and be involved in it, but actually making it, like, it's not enjoyable.
I mean, it kind of sucks if you like want, like, especially I feel like a lot of people who are older feel this way a lot, where it's kind of frustrating to like, if you want to draw right, but you can't like get something to look right, like in your brain, or it doesn't come out the way it looks in your head, which it never looks like how it's going to look in your head ever. Yeah. But like when you're older, it's a bit harder to like kind of cope with that, I think, because when you're a kid, you're just kind of fucking around and like nobody's gonna care. But when you're older, it's like you have to impress people, right?
Yeah.
So it gets really frustrating because I actually teach some adults. I do like one-on-one adult art lessons.
Oh.
And I know that sometimes they feel kind of insecure about it because they're like, well, I'm like 30, so it's too late for me to start. But if you like think you're gonna enjoy it, then you should just do it. And there are lots of resources now with the internet, but I think a lot of people don't know where to look a lot of the time too, which also makes it like double hard. Right,
yeah, like Skillshare. I'm not sponsored,
like
by the way.
Skillshare. Here's a 30-minute ad for Skillshare where I took this class and the first like 50 people to like sign up with this code will get a discount on their class. Back to the video.
Hashtag I'm not sponsored. Oh boy. Yeah, no, I have tried like taking it one step at a time to like learn art, but like I don't know, like I enjoy the aspect of like seeing like art of stuff I've made come to life, but like the aspect of like doing the drawing, the frustration and the aspect of like having that in the back of your head of what you said, like it's never going to be exactly how you want it. No matter how much you do it and no matter how much you improve, you're always going to see faults with what you have and never going to be really satisfied. That kind of just turned me off and going like, you know what, at that point, I might as well just throw money at people, make them do it for me.
I mean, that's fair. I get really frustrated with my art, but I'm a spiteful person. So I'm like, well, now I'm mad that I can't do the thing. So I'm going to go try and do the thing.
Sitting there aggressively drawing. You won't do what I'm telling you to? Well, f*** you, I'm gonna do it anyway!
God, that's me half the time. I'm always fucking fighting with my work. I'm like, why won't you just fucking do the line? Do the line! Do the line!
Yeah, I've learned like what I call the artist language through their work. Like when you see them draw live, for example, and you see them like draw a line, deleted, draw a line, deleted, draw a line, deleted. I'm like, they're struggling right now.
Yeah. I had a friend be like, your streams made me feel better about art, which was super sweet. But they were like, because I watched you redo the lines like 20 or 30 times.
That's both a compliment and a little bit of an, okay. All right.
It was pretty great.
What do you enjoy more, coloring or the process of drawing, like the drawing itself?
I think I always get excited when I get to start inking something. I really like line work a lot. Coloring is fun too, because like that's like the juicy part where you like make everything start looking more finished and like more three-dimensional or whatever.
Right.
But it's hard between those two, but I think it's probably the line art. Line art is fun.
Have you tried line art on paper?
Yeah, I actually used to be like hardline traditional.
Oh.
I used to believe that digital art was a crutch because it had so many conveniences. And it wasn't really until after I graduated and like really tried to do something self-indulgent with it that I understood like, oh no, the layers aren't a crutch. Somebody using multiply is using it so that the program behaves like this, you know? And I used to paint a lot. I stopped because I didn't have space in my apartment for like a whole painting area.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, I'm gonna just get an iPad. My parents were like, what do you want for graduation? So I was like, I want an iPad. So they got me an iPad. And then I was really I tried super hard. This was like only a few years ago. Like, I think I got my iPad in 2018. And this was like a few years after I had graduated because I needed time.
Right.
After art school because they wrung me dry. Oh God, I didn't want to do anything with art for like a couple years.
Right, isn't that the whole like violin thing? I don't remember what the saying goes, but it's like you spend years mastering your craft. Your teacher's like hitting you over your head to make you do better and better and better. And when you finally finish up like graduating, you're standing there, tears in your eyes, and you're ready to go like, I never want to do this ever again.
Yeah, pretty much. I went from doing I did like 5 pieces every fucking week.
Oh
like
my
full
God.
art pieces. Yeah, like it was crazy. It was like really every 2 weeks. We'd have 1 week where we would submit our concepts, and then the second week we would have to like turn in the finished piece. And then we'd spend 6 hours critiquing, which was kind of miserable. So like I was just so tired. I was like, I don't want to do any more finished work for a while. I just need a break. And so I took it. And then when I got the iPad, I'm like, okay, well, this is my only art outlet now, so I should probably try and like seriously learn digital art and stop treating it like it's easy to access, which is a good thing. It should be accessible. People should be able to express themselves. But for me, I had to like really like stop being elitist about traditional art. And then buckle down. So I've only been doing digital for like 3 or 4 years. Because I was just hardline painter, always. I always did paintings.
Well, granted, like transitioning from traditional to digital art tends to be like an easy switch from what I've learned, because like the only thing you're learning that's new, as long as you have a pen and screen, is how it feels.
Yes,
and all the
pretty
new
much.
options you have.
I will say I really miss the feeling of a brush, like in paint, because it's very different. I feel like when I think like drawing digitally feels closer to like drawing with like a colored pencil, where everything is more like precise and more. There's less room for gesture.
Right.
Because we don't have like, you can't like use the brush stroke.
No.
It's like, it's a pen that looks like a brush when you put it onto the screen. But like, and for me, I think the biggest thing for me was learning how layers worked. That was really hard. I even took a digital art class and I sucked because I like refused to change my process. I was like, this is how I do it on paper, so this is how it needs to work in in digital, and I'm not allowed to to change anything about it. That was like such a me problem. So now it's like different. Like now I'm like, wow, digital's great. I have the world's smartest piece of fucking paper. I can just take it wherever I want.
Yeah, until it runs out of battery.
Until it runs out of battery.
Oh boy. I mean, they have been like experimenting, making like notebooks that like feel like paper. But like from what I've heard, like it never really actually feels like paper.
So I have like a really like crazy paper like screen protector from Japan, and it's nice, but I still kind of feel like I'm drawing on butter. I think saying drawing like butter is like just the best way to describe it. It's super smooth no matter what I do. So I have to really learn how to steady my hand. And I have hand tremors. So that kind of sucked too.
Ooh, yeah, okay. Is that something that developed during your studies or?
No, I've just always had it.
See, that's another thing I've noticed when it comes to you artists. Like, it's always like, oh, I have hand cramps. Oh, I have like something with my eyesight. I'm like, then how the fuck do you draw? like, there's always something that's like preventing you from like going full out. There's always like a condition you have. There's always like shaky hands, like soft blindness. Like what's it called? Like the thing with your wrist that's like hurting and you're
carpal tunnel.
Yeah, that. And then like you're still like sorry, I'm having like these problems here. Let me just like, there you go. Here's like a piece of work I did in like 5 minutes that would take you like roughly 7 years. Like, oh, okay. So I'm just gonna go cry in the corner now.
Look, we're too powerful. They had to put a natural debuff on every single one of us.
Oh boy. I remember that I don't know like how long it went on, but like there was this brief moment when I was a kid where there was a little bit of an uproar over like parents having to make sure that kids don't spend too much time drawing because it can ruin their eyesight.
Wait, what? For real?
Yeah.
Is that why I have to wear glasses?
Well, it's more like I think it boiled down to the fact that like when you draw or when you read for that matter, you put a lot of strain on your eyes because you're focusing on reading words and like and all that. But I just found it funny how like all the officials were like, oh no, it's the drawing that's doing it. It's not reading or like reading textbooks and schoolwork. It's like no, yeah, of course it's them having fun and drawing. Yeah, of course.
How dare children be creative?
Yeah, how dare they? Oh boy. Yeah, I have huge respect for you artists in general. Like whether it's digital, traditional, character design, backgrounds, like modeling, 3D modeling, like pottery, all that kind of bullshit. I'm like, oh my god, you're so talented. Oh my god. I just make weird noises on a website.
Dude, pottery is fun. You should totally do it if you haven't. It's so fun. It's so fun to make shit and be dirty and like have your hands covered with gross clay and then put it in the kiln and then wait 3 days. That's the part that sucks, is the waiting 3 days for this thing to heat up and then taking it out and then putting the glaze on. And then you put the glaze on and it's the wrong color when it comes out of the kiln for whatever fucking reason. That happened to me.
I've tried pottery once. And it was the most miserable experience I've had when I was a kid. Because like I wanted to make like a pot, like a small pot, like for the family. And I wanted to make it tall because like in my mind I was like, oh, you can drink it like a cup. You know, like don't drink from you know a pottery cup like that's But like, I remember I made it and like I tried to make it really tall, and then when I stopped like the wheel that turned it around,
Oh no!
it just kind of started like flopping down on itself. Yeah.
No.
And so
Oh, that's so sad.
I got frustrated and
no.
just made it into a ball of clay at that point. Oh boy. What about cooking? Do you enjoy
I cook
cooking?
a lot.
You cook a lot?
Yeah, I cook all the time. Yeah, I make a lot of Japanese food.
Oh.
I make like curry, inari sushi. Oh my god, I just put together a list because I offered for my parents that I'd cook for Christmas.
Oh.
Let me find that list.
You will end up drinking more of the pot than the drink. Oh, gross. Ew.
Japanese food I can make is curry, cream stew, different kinds of rice balls, inari sushi, different fried rices. Fried rice is so easy. Tonkatsu.
Put it in the rice cooker.
Fucking Uncle Roger. Oh my god. I love him, and then he got mad at somebody for putting ketchup in fried rice, which is a thing. It is actually a thing. You do that for omu rice, which is those crazy videos, you know, the ones with like the egg, and then they make it all fluffy, and then they put it on top of the rice, and they split it open, and it's all gooey and stuff. That's not the kind I make, but like, ketchup's a thing. You can put anything in fried rice. There's no rule.
And yet he got mad.
As long as you make the rice right. I heard someone say, I like my rice al dente and I wanted to die.
Oh boy. I still find it funny how like like people who have no idea like how Japan is, and they're like, oh, I want to make rice just like how the Japanese do it. Like, you're like, oh yeah?
Oh,
How do they make it? Like, I don't know. I want to learn their secret recipes, and like maybe I have to go into the Alps and like
It's right. Put it in the rice cooker. You measure with the cup, you fill it to the line. No. And then there's like the Southeast Asian way where you like stick your finger in and mark how high the rice is, and you fill the water to how high your finger, whatever the distance is with your finger. And I use that when I don't have a cup. Well, like, it's nothing crazy. It's just rice. Oh, how do they get it to be that flavor? Get the right kind of rice. There are a million different kinds of rice. Oh my god.
You have to go into the mountains and find the right rice bush to get the correct rice.
It's in a secret cave guarded by a dragon.
It's a 7-day journey. Oh boy. Hey, who's the cutie? Oh, you shouldn't have said that about me. Oh my god.
That's my husband.
Hello?
He's my husband. He's here. Hello, husband.
Dad? Where are you? Oh boy. Gotta travel there with a pig warrior,
A pig warrior.
and an impulsive monkey.
Yo, is this fucking Journey to the West?
Oh boy.
No, I'm not married to Ace. I'm married to the guy in the chat. We got married 2 weeks ago.
Still congrats, by the way.
Well, thank you.
Oh boy. Oh, I'm glad that the table was covering that. I think one of your Steam friends is just playing a game.
Oh boy. Wait, what?
Yeah.
My Steam things shouldn't be on. I turned that shit off. What the fuck?
Yeah, good thing no one saw that, or we just have doxed one of your Steam friends.
Oh no, not my random Steam friend. Oh, I'm gonna try to turn that off. Where the fuck is that?
Oh boy.
Imagine not turning Steam off. I need that shit. So how else am I going to play Mass Effect for the 50th time?
Oh yeah, they're making a new Mass Effect.
Yeah, I'm scared. Andromeda was not good.
See, here's the thing about Andromeda.
Here's your drink.
Hey, there you are again.
Oh, thank you, Nitro. The Krogans were handled well.
The Krogans, yeah, I do agree with that.
The Turians were still handled well. Oh, we got a raid incoming. Oh my god.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Oh my god, a raid.
Yes.
Oh my god, now I need to lose my shit.
Excuse me. We're not on Twitter here. Like that's. The humans and the Asar, I believe they're called, they were handled really bad.
Yeah, I didn't play it. I watched reviews first.
I played it.
And then I watched some videos about it, and I was like, I am really glad I did not play this game.
See, that's the annoying thing, because like the gameplay was really fun. The freaking worlds were boring.
And Ryder's just a dumbass.
Yeah, because there was a lot of like weirdly unnecessary sexual tension between all the characters.
No, that's wrong. Mass Effect, you get the sexual tension after you start flirting with them, damn it.
Here's your drink.
Ayo, it's 35 months as well.
Sexual tension's
Gotta
an
love every
opt-in.
day in
It's
this
not
community.
required.
Dial heart. Thanks Ace for creating such a lovely space.
Oh, thank you, Ranger. 35 years. Oh my god.
Damn, you're old.
Wow. Oh boy. But like I remember there's this stupid scene in the game where like it's like the new species that like you come across. You get like a squat mate.
the weirdly like hot alien dudes.
I don't find them hot. I find them to look just off-putting.
They look like Protheans, but Protheans, but not as good
Well,
to me.
I mean, I would more say they look a bit closer to a collector than a Prothean.
Yeah. That was my other problem with it. Was it just tried to do the trilogy story again?
Yeah.
Which I'm. If you're going to a new galaxy, I don't want Shepard's story a second time. I want the new thing.
Like here, if this is complete like fan fiction from my point of view, when it comes to like a proper story they could have told, like they should have leaned in on the family dynamic between your character and their dad and their sibling.
Dad.
He died way too quickly, by the way. It was like, all right, opening cinematic. Oh, cool, I'm into it. Oh, that's my dad. Oh, he's dead.
Poor Ryder with the deadest expression on their face the whole like, oh, I feel so bad for Ryder. They're just going through so much shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My face is tired. Oh my god. It's just like what they could have done would be like, all right, they want to focus on the whole exploration aspect. You're not fair. But the thing is, you can't really build a narrative on exploration in a video game format when it comes to like being like very soap opera, because that's what Mass Effect is. It's a soap opera in space.
It's a fucking TV show drama. It's great.
Yes.
And that's exactly, yeah. And if you want to, like, they can do the open world thing if they want, but like, I don't really want some kind of plot that's like the Reapers again if I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is going on here in the first place.
Yeah, and like on top of that, like the fact that they're trying to do the whole Reaper thing again is like, well, first and foremost, you've done it already.
Yeah, that was Shepard's story.
And you did it better last time.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm scared because I don't know. I know Liara's in the trailer, but like, I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know if they're gonna try something really weird again, or if they're just gonna do another story with Shepard, or
well, see, that's the thing.
What?
My hope with the new Mass Effect game is either A, they give us a new character where all the old characters that like was on Shepard's team are still alive, but they're not part of your crew. Like they're characters you
like
interact
a new
with.
crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be better if they're gonna go something like that.
Or they would be making a fourth game as a proper send-off to your character, aka Shepard, by bringing him back on one last adventure so we can get that fucking happy ending at the end.
That's what I want. I fucking want that one. Citadel is great. Citadel should have been the real ending, man. Oh my god. I want that shit.
Blue Marauder. He was trying to warn us all along. Oh boy.
The Netflix of Mass Effect. Oh god, did you hear that they're like Amazon's gonna like make like there's a chance of a Mass Effect TV show or something. I don't know how they're gonna do it because like how are they gonna the characters are all based off of real actors and models.
Yep.
And I'm gonna be a little weirded out if Liara looks like Natalie Portman and not whoever they based her off of.
I mean, it also boils down to the fact I don't think it's a good idea to put a gender on Shepard because like
yeah, Shepard's your character.
Yeah, exactly. It's just not a good idea because like if there's one thing I've learned when it comes to like especially in modern games where like there's a main character and they don't have a specific gender, it's like, well, then it's not supposed to be a character, it's supposed to be your character. And it's, oh, Spruce is playing Across the Obelisk.
Why is it still showing? I turned it off. How do I turn off the Steam notification? Oh, I gotta Google it. Holy shit. Okay.
Oh my god.
How to? I turned off the overlay. I thought that would fix it.
Apparently not.
Steam. How to turn off Steam notifications?
Oh my god.
Click what? On the left-hand side of the screen. What are you talking about? View friends list. View friends list. This is my how to turn off Steam notifications tutorial. Okay, so I go to friends list. Where's friends list? Hello? The window
it's not my mouse, chat. It's not my mouse. It's her.
Oh, here we go. I found it.
You find it?
I did find it. Show notification. There we go. All of them are disabled now.
Spruce being shitty again. Dude, just trying to play a game and relax, man. Don't get on his ass like that. Oh boy. Like I've always been a huge fan of Mass Effect.
It's my favorite video game.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Husband got me into it more recently when Legendary Edition came out, and he was begging me to play it for like years, and I started, and then we were long distance and I couldn't borrow his PlayStation, so I stopped playing it. And he was like, I'm just gonna buy you the games. And then Legendary Edition came out. We were like, okay, well, just Legendary Edition. So he got that for me, and I played it for like 6 months straight.
So, how much did you enjoy the first one?
Okay. First one's got some opinions with people.
Right.
I like the first one. I don't think it aged well.
No.
I think at the time it was really cool to have a super role-playing kind of game like that where like you could micromanage your team to do weird shit. Like I was trying to do that one mission with where if you kill any scientist, like you can get the perfect ending of that little side quest if you don't kill any of the scientists who are brainwash
Hey
or whatever.
guys, I am going
Oh,
now
that
again.
one.
You guys have
Yeah,
a great
but the
night
thing
and
is,
Ace, I am
my
glad
squad
that
mates
you
kept
are
running in and
back
trying to
again.
kill him. So I was like, okay, well, I'm a biotic, so I'm just gonna biotic them, but do biotic shit right outside of the door and bring all the enemies out into the other room, and then put up a singularity so they just all kept floating and we could kill them without hurting anybody. And that was so cool because I couldn't really do that in the other games the same way.
I hated that mission, by the way.
It's a shitty mission.
Especially the climb up to where the boss is.
Oh yeah, and then I did 100% it just to like give it a fair chance. It's so slow is its problem.
I think I actually have a clip of me playing it where like
Oh.
I'm about to open a door in that mission specifically, where I'm like, this is so easy, chat. The door opens and I immediately get blown up by one of those kamikaze drones.
Oh my fucking god, yeah. I hated that mission a lot. I hate the Mako. I hate dealing with Thrasher Maws. But the story is nice. I didn't really like get super attached to my shepherd or even realize I was attached until I finished the game. And like then she like was on the screen. I'm like, oh yeah, that's my shepherd. There she is.
You know, it's funny. When I went back and played the Legendary Edition, I very quickly realized, oh, our customizing my shepherd has been improved. Because when I played the original games on the Xbox, I went from Mass Effect 1 to Mass Effect 2. I played Mass Effect 2 first. Then I went back and played the first one. I trotted through the game. I hated every minute of it. I got to the end, and then I went over to the next game, and it was like, transfer character data. I'm like, oh, cool. All right. So I transferred the data.
Oh.
And I look at the character, I'm like, what kind of alien have I been playing this whole time?
Yeah, I heard that in the original games, they just didn't transfer at all.
Yeah, that did look good. Who's your least favorite crewmate in the original trilogy?
I want to like Jacob, but I don't.
Jacob's an ass.
He's an ass.
And he cheats on
And-
female shepherd if you romance him.
Yeah, he does. And I don't think they did enough with his character. I think he had potential to be really interesting, and they just kind of went like the laziest route they could with him.
It's also
and
just
his loyalty mission was so gross.
Oh, yeah. It's also just the fact that, like, he's the only black human character, and you make him the one who can cheat on Shepard.
Yeah, you make him the one who cheats on Shepard and has a baby mama, and then his dad is like a disgusting person.
Yeah.
And it's like the only saving grace about him is that they lit him really well, which I'm super jealous of because my Shepard was dark skinned and she always looked like shit in the in cutscene. But he just isn't very redeemable, and like, I don't know, it felt really tone deaf, I think, to make him the character with those specific qualities.
Right. I mean, it's going to be a dead giveaway, but who's your favorite?
Garrus.
Yeah, I knew it.
I have a body pillow of him.
Everyone loves Garrus.
I fucking love Garrus.
Like, if he's not the guy that all the girls swoon over, he's the guy every guy wants to have a beer with.
I swear to God, everybody I've heard who like plays it is like, if I'm playing FemShep, I romance him. If I don't, he's my best friend.
Yeah.
He's the best.
He's just a great guy.
He's a good guy, and his voice is amazing and hot. And I don't care if he has weird mandibles, because he's great.
He's a little bug man.
With his weird little crest and his weird 3 fingers.
And then his awkward dancing.
His awkward fucking dancing.
Oh boy. I'd say Garrus is amongst my favorite. He's my favorite written character. I will say that. I
Who
didn't.
is your
I didn't.
favorite character?
I didn't care all that much for Liara. I thought she was extremely boring. I know that's gonna piss off a lot of people though.
I can agree with that for one. Because they just were like, oh, hot blue lady.
Yeah.
But it's like kind of a turn off because she just kind of wants to study you. And I'm like, I don't want to. It seems a little weird.
She's just weirdly horny for you for no reason. Like, it's like, ooh, you're special. I want to hit that.
I like her in 2, but I really liked her in 3. Because she's a lot more of a character in 3 with a personality.
Honestly, I'm sorry, but I'm Team Tally all the way.
I mean, listen, she's great. I showed my friend a clip and he was like, who is Tally? Who is that? I mean, she's great. I love her. I love her a lot. I got my husband a body pillow of her because I wanted one of Garrus. I have
a statue of her, like on my wall, like a small statue.
She's so great.
She is. She's this weird, like, archetype of like this cute little girl who also has a shotgun that can kill you by just looking at you.
Yeah, and then she becomes a politician, and I'm like, oh my god.
Girl has it all. Oh boy, she's awkward as fuck.
And she's so cute.
And then of course there's the third one, Thane.
Oh man, Thane.
I think he's more geared towards the female audience or the gay audience.
He is, and I wanted to romance him, but Garrus was there.
He was looking, and I felt kind of weird.
Garrus, I wanted to because I liked Thane, but every time I talked to him, I was scared I was gonna like accidentally hit on him because he's like deep and emotional, and I'm like, am I having like a serious conversation with you, or am I making you like me more?
I really ended up liking Thane a lot in the third game.
Yeah. Oh man, have you seen the if you romance him, the videos he sends in Citadel?
No.
Oh my god, it's so sad because it's all the videos that he tried to send to you but couldn't reach you.
Oh my god.
It's so sad.
That could be a good character they could bring back for the fourth if, like, for whatever they're doing, you know, his son.
Oh, his son would be great.
Who knows? Like, he tried following in his dad's footsteps, but his dad shut him down. Like, bitch, you ain't doing what I do.
No, don't do it. Oh god, I can't even remember his son's name. Thane, son. That's the wrong thing.
He's slightly more blue than his dad.
Kolyat.
Kolyat.
Yeah, Kolyat was his name. I remember now.
Kolyat, yeah.
I want to see a female Drell, though. I want to know what the fuck they look like.
They probably look completely identical, just with more curves, if we know, Mass Effect correct.
Yeah, Mass Effect with their weird, giving the women the weirdest back hunch, and then the really low boobies.
Granted, the Krogans were handled well when it comes to females.
Oh yeah, the Krogans were great. And Eve was such a good character.
She was a really good character. Then, of course, everyone's favorite child. Good old Grunt.
Oh god, I love him.
Everyone loves him.
He's so cute.
He's our little baby.
He's so funny too. He was like, when he's like getting to know you and he's like, I got it, Shepard. I hate Turians. Oh no. Okay, you shouldn't be happy that you're racist, son. Come on. Look, Shepard, I figured it out. I'm racist. Jesus Christ.
Shepard.
Shepard.
I figured it out. Oh boy.
He's so stupid and cute.
Yeah, like the way that the community describes the two Krogan crew members is like, Grunt is your angry little like son, and Rex is just like your chill uncle who's seen too much shit to care.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to describe him. Yeah. I am sad that Rex wasn't in 2 and 3 more. I also have gripes about his design in 2 and 3 because I liked the red and I thought it was weird that he was wearing new armor, but it's fine.
I mean, to be fair, I understood why he wasn't in the other games more because, you know, he's got a whole planet he has to look out for.
Yeah.
It's like, damn.
I was really glad I could bring him to things in Citadel though. That was nice.
Oh yeah.
And then when you're shooting everything up, he's like, "I love you guys." Citadel's the best.
And then of course there's the boring characters, Ashley and or Caden.
Oh God, sometimes I wonder if the reason I struggled to kill one of them is because I didn't care for either of them.
Who do I care less about?
Yeah, I kind of want to do like a run where I romance Caden and then kill him.
Oh my God.
Or I keep him alive and then cheat on him with Garrus.
See, here's
he can be mad at me.
The reason why I always choose Caden to die is very, very petty and very simple. It's the fact that Ashley actually has a new design in the 3rd game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it wasn't great. I wasn't really thrilled with the dress thing because in 1, she was like, "I'm not like the other girls, Shepard. I don't wear battle dresses. Like, I don't wear battle skirts like Liara. I'm not pretty like Liara. I don't do my hair and don't do makeup." And then in 3, she literally does all of those things.
She becomes a Barbie doll. But it's also
Caden
like
is white bread. Yeah, he is. He's white bread.
It's also just the fact that like Caden in the 3rd game, even if you're in a relationship, he hits on you.
I know.
It's like, dude, you know I'm in a relationship with someone else, and you're still like, "Hey, Shepard, you want to show me that pistol holster of yours?"
The only redeeming thing about Caden is that they made him bisexual, because that was so interesting, especially for the time.
For the time, sure.
Yeah. But, like, he's just not a great character.
He's boring.
He's just a guy. He's just a white guy who's
the white guy
on the ship and is there and called Shepard beautiful once because I was nice to him.
Yeah, see,
which made me run the fuck away.
It's because, like, it's the only interesting human characters. There are only 3 of them. It's Shepard because he's your character and he's well written. It's freaking Johnson.
Oh yeah, Anderson.
Anderson, yeah.
Yes. Dad,
yeah. And freaking, is it Captain Racket? Is that what it's called?
Admiral Hackett?
Admiral Hackett, yeah.
See, I was really mad at Hackett for a bit because I'm like, why the fuck is he never saying thank you to me?
Yeah, but then he
then
he just starts like... The thing about Hackett is like, he's a military man and you're like, okay, no thank you, whatever, fuck you. And then later on, during the 3rd game, you're like, all right, Hackett, I get that I'm like... your best bet right now, but you really have to like calm down with all those like your only hope and all shit.
Shepard, it's up to you. You have to get this right, or else we're going to all die.
Oh boy.
But Anderson is great. I love him.
Yeah.
I got the mod that restores some of the conversation he has at the end of 3 with you. And that was so good. Yeah, they cut it out. I don't know why the fuck they cut it out. He talks about like, "Oh, Shepard, you'd be a great parent. What do you want to do after this is all over?"
I think they probably cut that shit out just to make the ending hit a little less hard.
He's like you're sitting there both like on the brink of death, and he's like, "What are you gonna do after this?" I don't fucking know if I'm gonna live, man.
The funny thing about the ending of the
Shepard.
3rd one, by the way, is that I learned to appreciate the fact that we didn't have a say in Shepard's fate a lot more.
Yeah, I could see that. I don't hate the ending as much as a lot of people. But I played it with all the DLC, so I think that kind of changed my perspective of it a bit.
Yeah, like I played it on launch and all that kind of stuff. And when I hit the ending, I was amongst all the people who were like, he needs to have his babies on that planet he chose to live on at the end. How dare you take this from me? Like,
you talk about getting a house with Tally, and it's so sad.
Yeah. And it's like, then I think it was like a year after, and I went back and played the game with all the DLC and all that kind of stuff, and the like extended ending and all that. And
It's a lot better with it.
Oh yeah, like I learned to appreciate it a lot more because, like, granted, yeah, it's a space opera. It's like, it's grand and it's all about saving the universe and all that. But if you really think about it,
Shepard is Jesus.
I don't know about that one, but like, from my point of view, it was like, well, he's a military man. Either he dies like on the field, or he's gonna have a lot of PTSD.
I feel like Shepard as a character would never really be able to retire.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't. And if he
Like-
would, and he would like be a guest character in like one of the other games, all the fans would just
Yeah.
be like, why doesn't Shepard join us? He would kill all them guys way quicker than our character. You're like, all right, yeah, you know what? We gave this to you and you spit it back at us. You know what? F you. Like, we can't have nice things. Like,
Oh, Shepard.
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 Oh, bang, okay.
Well, bang, okay.
Yeah. On. I think that's another really weird thing they did, that they added that like IGN reporter as like a character in the third game.
Oh man, that was so weird. I wish she like had more like context. I kept like running up to her expecting her to like have a conversation with me like everybody else. And she just kind of like said, you want me off the ship? No. Okay, well, I'll be here.
Yeah.
And then they made her face weird. It doesn't even look like the lady that
No.
they based her off of.
I think it was
And
the
her
Indian's
dress
fault.
is the dress is weird, but every fashion in Mass Effect is bad. Everybody wears trash bags.
Yeah, unless you get the unless you pre-ordered the game when it was coming out, so you got the cool leather jacket.
The cool leather jacket.
Yeah.
I was so jealous of Male Shepherd that I modded that in. I wanted that cool jacket. I didn't do it on my. So I like played the first time I played Mass Effect. I did it completely vanilla because it's like, well, I want to experience it.
Yeah,
How
you
like
gotta have the
devs-
vanilla experience first and foremost.
Because then I would know if I want to change anything, and if I do,
Yeah.
and then what I would change. I did, and I do mod it a little bit just to mostly the bugs, to kill all the bugs, because some of those bugs suck. I didn't mod some people like to mod the Conrad to be more consistent because there was a bug in 2 where he thought that you pointed a gun at him even if you were nice to him. and it just couldn't be fixed or something without save editing. And I was like, okay, well, I don't know, because in 3, I'm sorry I accused you of pointing a gun at me. So they closed the loop already. I don't want to change that.
Oh, there's a character we've completely forgotten about.
Well, Conrad Werner.
He starts with a J. He's
who?
only
James.
yeah.
James. Huge titties.
Mr. Vega.
Jacked. He's more interesting if you watch the movie.
But the movie isn't even that good. It's only the animation that's good about that movie. I'm sorry.
The movie was pretty cheesy.
Hey.
I think I would have liked them to talk a bit more about the girl, the Asari that he saved too, because
It's just
she is just not in the game at all.
it's just like, I don't know. When it comes to James, like, all right, there's some bro moments between him and Shepard. If you play as male Shepard and all that kind of stuff, which is fun. It's cool, but it's just like the animated like short movie with him. It just feels like they were like, we need like an Arnold Schwarzenegger character in here somehow.
He also speaks way more random Spanish in the movie, and it feels way less natural in the game. I think he's way more fun to interact with because he flirts with you all the time, but it's like not supposed to be like a real thing, you know? He just is that way. You can be so gross though. Like, God, Femship can be such a fucking creep. You can like come on to Joker when he's talking to you about getting advice for his robot girlfriend.
Oh my god.
And that's like super weird. Yeah, she like can be super fucking creepy. And like she can come on to James and the way that she says everything is so fucking gross and creepy.
Could you do I don't know if you could as female Shepard, because like the time where I played as female Shepard, I just kind of went through the main story. But in the third game, could you do the pull-up challenge that James gives you?
Yes, you still can do that.
Have you done it?
Yeah, I did it.
Okay.
I clicked right click and left click for 10 minutes. Just because I wanted to one-up him.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of annoyed how you weren't allowed to continue after beating his record.
I know. I wanted to go to like, I just wanted to see how long I could go before I got really, really bored.
I was more hoping for that, like, you would be able to like go like 50 above him just to get him really mad at you.
Oh yeah, I know. I would have loved if like after you beat him, he had more to say.
But
oh,
no.
dude, you have a punching bag. Oh shit, let me go try it out. Yeah. Shepard, I'm such a meathead.
Oh boy.
Oh, we did forget about Javik. I like Javik. I think he's great. He's a douchebag. It's great.
He was a little bit forgetful for me, to be honest. But then again, he was a day one DLC character, horribly enough.
Which was so weird because he was like, with the way he is written, he was clearly intended to be in the main game, but I don't know if maybe it was probably EA being shitty.
Oh yeah, most likely.
But it does suck to like not have that on day one.
Yeah.
Because he kind of completes a lot of the story, I think, with all of his weird shit.
He's my best bud, angry African Kratos.
Angry African Kratos Samurai Bugman. He's so cool.
Now I'm just imagining Kratos going like, Shepard. Boy.
I like to make fun of the way everybody says Shepard. Because Liara's like, Shepard. And then Miranda's like, Shepard.
But Kane's just like, Commander.
Commander. And then fucking James is like, Shepard.
Oh, we forgot one more important character. Morton.
Who? Oh, Morton. I love him.
Everyone loves him. I had to grow on him, actually. Like when I played the second game the first time, I didn't really care for him. I never talked to him at all.
Oh yeah, I am a big fan of scientist type characters, so I just latched onto him super fast.
I learned that like he becomes a lot more likable if you take time to actually talk to him and get to know him.
Yeah, he's really interesting with all of his weird hobbies. My favorite thing is when he like breaks out into song for you, and then after he walks back and goes.
Just awkwardly stands there. Oh boy. But I think Morden also has like the biggest character arc out of all of the side characters.
Oh yeah, I think he's got so much development. And all of his mistakes and war crimes. And the whole, I need to redeem myself for the shit I did.
My favorite part of Mass Effect 2 is when Morton says, I'm gonna Mord. And then Mord's all over the Krogans.
Oh god, he's Mording!
I cried when that happened.
Yo, that was my favorite part of the whole game. I just broke down. I had to take a break after he moored it all over them.
Oh my god. Good lord. Oh, that's actually that's a question I have for you. The genophage, do you think it was necessary?
It's rough.
I'm gonna be honest. I think it was.
The Krogans, I mean, the problem was the Solarians giving them the nuclear shit to begin with, right? Because, like, if they never had that technology, they would not have done what they did.
No.
And then, but I think it was necessary, even though it was super fucked up.
Yeah.
Because they weren't gonna stop. But then also, now they're all dying, and that's also horrible.
Yeah. I mean, you did cure them in the end.
Yeah, I did. I couldn't. Oh man, when that lady fucking is like, yeah, just sabotage it. No, bitch. No, my boy Rex is leading them. Okay, my boy Rex got this. He is so cool and so smart and so strong. I'm not gonna fuck him over. No.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I agree with Midas about the Krogans made their choice, but the Solarians also made them that way.
Yeah.
I think the Solarians just suck.
Yeah, they can be a bit high and mighty, I guess is the best way of putting it. But they do have some good eggs.
They have some great characters. God, a lot of them are assholes.
Yeah. I mean, granted, they kind of, it's in their nature because of how short their lifespan is. They have to keep pushing forward and, you know,
Yeah.
make quick decisions all the time.
Yeah. I got really sad with that one Solarian in 2. He was standing at one of those gift shops and he was like, I want to get something for my Asari lady, and he was like with one of her daughters or something, and he's like, because I don't live as long as her and I want to make sure that she knows I love her. It was so sad.
Yeah, but then you have to remember that Asaris, like, a lot of them just kind of date.
They do, and they love
aliens
every single one of them.
Yeah, but
he's
like
he doesn't have to like be going out of his way because she's fine.
yeah, but this just like I learned that apparently there's a lot of Solarians, according to lore, that just kind of date around and wait for their partners to die before they move on to someone else.
Yeah,
That's kind of messed
that.
up.
I think Liara says it. I think she says something like that in 1 where she's like, we love all of our partners, of course, but they're going to die eventually, and we're gonna have to move on. Shepard, I love you.
Yeah. Oh, really? You're not just gonna use me as a fling, wait until I die, and then move on?
Oh, God.
Oh, boy. Good lord.
I tried to romance her in 1, but then I kind of felt really guilty in 2 when I was going after Garrus. Because, like, I think cheating on Ashley or Caden, like, feels okay because they kind of, like, spit in your face. In 2. Like, I can't believe you're working for Cerberus. Oh, you're so horrible. Oh, my, well, you were in love with me like 2 seconds ago. Fuck you then. I'll get some Turian fucking poo-tang.
I mean, I'd say that, like, if you cheat on Liara, she doesn't really seem to, like, let it get to her that much, though. Because she at that point already knows.
She knows because she's Liara, and
she's the shadow broker.
And then she's like, you think I didn't know? And then you talk to her about it, and she's like, it's okay, we can be friends, that's fine.
Yeah.
I feel so bad because, like, she's the only one who doesn't, like, really, like, she's kind of cold to you in 2, but it's because she has, like, a mission, and she wants to take care of that. So I feel so bad.
See, the funny thing is, the first time I played 2, when I reached Liara, I was romancing Tally, and I had her on my squad, when we reached her.
Oh my god. Oh no. Awkward.
Yeah, so it was just kind of awkward where like she was like, I know you and Talia has gotten a bit more intimate, and then like you can see at the back of the camera that Talia's kind of looking away awkwardly. He's like, oh, right.
Whoops.
What can I say? The shepherd got to sheep the sheep. Oh boy. All right. Mass Effect 2 is also one of the few games that has actually made me tear up.
Mass Effect 2 is the strongest game in the trilogy.
You want to know what's funny though? It's not the main game that got a tear out of me. It was the DLC.
The DLC? Which one? Was it the
Warmind.
Oh yeah.
The one where you have to go and take care of a rogue AI that turns out to be a poor little brother that was put through horrible shit.
That was really painful.
That was
I
the
felt
only
so bad
time.
for him.
That was the only time in my entire Paragon playthrough where I decided on a renegade option. I punched the shit out of his brother.
Oh man, I can't help but punch him.
Yeah.
That motherfucker deserves it.
Yeah.
He deserves worse than that, but it felt so good.
And I felt so happy. Like there was the biggest smile on my face when I came up and found Jack in the third game, and you meet his brother there, and his theme plays, and like, oh my god, he's alive!
You do the little number thing,
Yeah.
and he like responds. Yeah.
You're like,
that felt good.
I'm gonna kill this entire plant to get you out of here, buddy. Oh boy. Mass Effect, that's a good series. And then Andromeda came along with good gameplay and a shitty story. So
I think the worst thing about Andromeda was all the one-liners. Because just shut up. Just shut up. I didn't want to be playing a whole game that's like Citadel. Citadel was good because we already like went through all the trauma with everybody.
Yeah.
Just shut up. I don't want to hear, oh, well, that one probably left a mark. Shut the fuck up.
I will say the banter between all the side characters was still on point. Except for the Asari. I'm sorry. In Andromeda, the Asari character was the most annoying fuckwit of a character in any...
She's fucking weird,
Yeah, it's just kind of like, lady, go away. Can I just kick you out of this group?
I'm proud of you for finishing it. I don't think I would get that far.
I finished it and tried to 100% it. And I quickly realized I'm not enjoying my time.
It just doesn't look fun.
There was this one weird scene where like Ryder walks in on like their designated black character. He was actually really well written, by the way.
That's good. I'm glad they redeemed themselves after Jacob.
Yeah, he was a bit boring, but he had some fun lines, and he was nice to be around. But him and the fucking you walk in and meet with the black guy, and he doesn't have a shirt on, like he's shirtless but wear pants, right? And you're like, well, what's with the lack of clothes? And he's like, oh, well, I like to just walk around in my quarters without a shirt on. It's relaxing. Like, okay. And then out of fucking nowhere from left side, the fucking new alien guy comes in butt fucking naked. Walks by just like, hi, Ryder. And you're like, what am I... Is this like a sitcom? What am I playing right now?
Jesus Christ. Man.
The female Turian was really good, though. She was handled really well.
Good.
Ugh. Good lord. Well, would you look at that? We spend the majority of the podcast about talking about Mass Effect. Okay.
I'm so sorry.
No, I'm enabling this. Like I keep bringing it up.
Whenever I do my totally not re-debut, I 100% am subjecting my chat to Mass Effect. I've got all my things ready for it. I'm waiting. I'm so ready.
I can tell you a sci-fi trilogy that I'm a big fan of that I never thought I would be a fan of.
Which one?
Dead Space.
Oh man, I want to play Dead Space, but it's so scary.
Well, if you're going to, don't play the original because the remake is coming out on January.
Oh God.
And I'm looking forward to it because it's apparently no longer staged based. It is an open world in the Ishimura now.
Oh no, I heard about that. That's so creepy. They're so
good.
scary.
It's so good. And that's why I'm looking forward to tomorrow, because that's when Callisto Protocol comes out, and that is made by the people who made Dead Space.
Oh yeah. I have a friend who's really excited about it.
Callisto Protocol is the first game in 5 years that I have pre-ordered.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm gonna be scared out of my mind, and I'm probably gonna piss my pants. I'm prepared for it. I'm happy it's on a Friday. I'm gonna be honest, because I'm not gonna sleep.
Oh yeah, I imagine you wouldn't.
I would
only
say
watched the trailers and got scared. I swear, I don't think I could do it. I'm not strong enough.
I would say when it comes to Dead Space, play the first one on easy difficulty, because I would say the first one is the most horror focused of them all.
Do they get like more narrative?
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Like,
Oh,
less,
yeah.
less spooky.
So the first one is the pure horror survival action game. The sequel is a lot more action, but still has horror elements. And the third one is just pure action.
I see. Good to know.
Like,
Maybe I'll give it a chance. I'm so scared of horror games. Because I can read horror. I can kind of watch horror. But like with video games, I can't control the pace as much.
I hate horror generally. I don't like it. It's just, I don't know what it is about Mass Effect that I just enjoy. I guess I just
You mean
like the
Dead
whole, Dead Space. I think it's just the whole setting that I really enjoy.
Yeah.
Like the whole, like,
I mean, it's got really cool lore.
that too. Like how decapitation is a common occurrence, so therefore people grow limbs.
That's so fucking fucked up and gross and weird and interesting.
I don't know. It's I just like the whole aesthetic of like a haunted spaceship.
Yeah.
It's the same like thing that like you get from like if you're like stranded in like a giant cruise ship
Yeah,
out in the middle of nowhere.
It's like being stuck in the ocean with something scary on your ship.
Yeah. Oh boy. Austin Powers. What? Evil Austin Powers. Oh, that guy. Right. Okay. Right. Completely forgetful villain. Right. Okay. Oh boy. Dragon Age is a really good series as well. I would say Dragon Age as a series has aged better and has done better than Mass Effect, because like Dragon Age Inquisition, the fourth one, was a way bigger success than Andromeda.
Yeah. I played a bit of Origins and then watched my husband play it, and it was really good. The only reason I didn't like play it all the way through is because I got really tired of micromanaging everything.
Yeah.
But the story is great.
Oh yeah.
The
Like,
story is fantastic.
You play both. You play the first one for the story and the characters. You play the second one for the characters alone because the story is kind of boring. And you play the third one for everything, because like the funny thing about like Inquisition, the third game, is that the beginning is so slow. Because like after the initial like tutorial, you start doing these like quests and like you're gathering shit and all that kind of stuff. You're like, okay, so is this the game? And you kind of feel like this is kind of a missed, like a hit and miss. And then you get like the first like scripted boss battle that like makes you lose. Like you straight up lose in that boss battle. And then you get to a new area where the game finally opens up and you're like, I am hyped. I'm ready. Like,
I think it also, Inquisition did a good job of tying up stuff from the other games too.
oh, yeah.
They're so good at that. Bioware's so good at that. They just remember things.
Good lord. Right. Kino, when are you gonna come back to streaming? When is your re-debut?
It depends on when the assets are ready. I'm still waiting on my overlays. But yeah, I got a new logo, so I wanted to revamp everything a bit.
Is your new model ready?
No, I'm just gonna use this one.
Oh, okay.
Listen, I kind of want to make a new model because I've learned a lot, and like my model's really outdated. Like just with the way that it was made.
Right.
So updates are becoming harder to do.
Oh.
But yeah, like a little thing, like your beard is separate from the rest of the face, so I could actually mess with it.
Are you gonna get a beard?
Maybe. But I only used this model for like a couple weeks before I had to stop streaming. Like I literally debuted and then streamed for like a month and then stopped. So it has not gotten the 2 months I spent learning how to make this thing has not been utilized, and I want to make sure that I like actually give it the time it deserves to be shown.
That's fair.
And it looks better than it did when I first debuted. So.
Oh, okay.
I added a bunch of stuff like the ear twitching and I fixed the eyes up and fixed my mouth rig a bit and updated the physics on the boa and everything.
Oh, okay.
So it's a lot more. It's nicer to look at when it moves, and as much as I want to make a new one, I think I need to just stick with this one for now because also I'm gonna make a new one. I got a lot of work to do.
That's fair. Well, honestly, I think it's a good point to stop here because we've talked a little bit about you. We've talked a bit about what you do. We've talked a little bit about what you're a fan of. So the only thing I need to do now is post a few links in chat. I also try and do a lot of streams where I put objects on my head to practice live duty. I don't remember which toggles they are though. So let me see. Hold on. Ah, there's one. Okay. My Quash bottle. I hope I'm doing
Oh,
yeah,
no.
there we go.
The chroma.
What?
Anyway, I'll do the egg. So I made a joke about. So does anyone want to admit they have a crush on me? And my friend was like, "Yeah, I do. It's grape flavored." So I made one, as I never did liquid before, so I thought that was cool. And then I made the egg. The egg was great. I think I spent like an hour making it, and I just couldn't stop saying egg. I said egg.
Egg.
The whole time. Yeah, I just said egg. Like the whole time. So half my streams are me working on something that I got commissioned for, and then being like, okay, I'm gonna take a break and make something, so that I'll make an egg or some object. I think for a debut, I'm gonna like let chat decide on something easy that I could make and put on my head.
Could be a good idea.
Yeah. Egg.
Kino, what are you doing? Egg. Egg.
Egg.
Egg.
There's an E at the end of it, you know, egg.
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 Egg. There's a lot of N's in there between the E and the G.
Yeah.
Egg.
Egg.
Oh boy. All right. Anything you want to say to chat before we depart?
I don't. Oh God, I hate getting this question.
Yeah, well, you're getting it. You gotta say something. They're all looking at you.
Okay, well, why is every pee-pee time not a poo-poo time, but every pee-pee time is poo-poo time? Pee-pee poo-poo time. Pee-pee poo-poo. I messed that up.
Remember to go to the bathroom, people. I think that's what she's trying to say. Remember to...
Every poo-poo time is a pee-pee time, but not every pee-pee time is a poo-poo time. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay. Don't drink and drive. Oh, boy. All right. Okay. Have a good day, everyone.
Bye-bye.